to get this kind of look. I mean, it looks really cool.
That is, that is so amazing, and I just wish Hasbro would take notes with that.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. John, I got Josh here with me. How you doing, Josh?
Doing good.
Good.
It's hot, hot as heck.
Yeah, it has been very, very hot. At least you're not in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah,
Or
or St.
Arizona.
George somewhere. Yeah, yeah, something down there. They're like 115, I think, right now.
I think so. I saw some people posting like their plastic blinds were melting and that's inside their windows. It was so
Yeah,
hot. I think someone melted crayons too.
well, that always happens. That happens at 98 degrees.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. We're talking toys today. This is this week's very NECA and McFarlane heavy for some reason. I'm not sure if it's the lead up to Comic Con, which is happening, I believe, this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, or next weekend. It's happening soon. And yeah, they're going to be hosting panels, so fun stuff there. Usually, when we cover Comic Con, though, it's a 2-part episodes, right? So we'll see how much news comes out of that. I'm assuming everyone else, like Hasbro, is saving up some things for that,
Yeah.
but we'll see. We'll see. But stay tuned, friends. We're here to talk in toys. Thank you for joining us. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're continuing the Cosmic Legions Summer of Cosmerium, and they Four Horsemen posted this picture. They're saying they're doing a My Favorite Cosmic Legions contest. You take a picture of your favorite legions, you post it using the hashtag My Favorite Cosmic Legions, and tag Four Horsemen Studios, and they're going to be selecting 6 people, 6 accounts, and they're doing a giveaway with like a Legions prize pack. Plus, you're also getting the heavy gunner tusk. So that's kind of cool. And it's not like a photography contest. Like, it doesn't have to be a good photo. It's just as long as you post, you're entered into the contest.
Yeah, it's like a random. Yeah, that's like I feel like that's good, and it could kind of be bad. Like I feel like also too, I like either way. Either contest is fine. Like if they do like
Yeah.
an actual true art form contest, but this way it's just it incentivizes more of the community to participate because
Yeah.
some people might like have doubts because you see all these awesome photography pictures and you're just like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even why would I even bother? We got like
Right.
these amazing photographers out there.
Yeah. That's true. I definitely agree with that. And they used my Walter picture there. That's a picture I took of Walter when I got him when I was doing my opening for
Oh
the.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
oh sick. That is cool. Shout out collecting brothers, baby. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's twice now they used our photos in their kind of their promo pics in the shout out. So I love them.
That's
I love them.
awesome.
And that's another thing about the Four Horsemen is that they're just so in touch with their community. They're pulling from them to show off that. So, but yeah,
And this is a new thing. Like I don't know. Maybe you guys can share if you guys remember anything, but I don't feel like they've done kind of these giveaways in the past. Like I feel like this is a
mhm.
new thing. I don't remember any instances of them doing something like this.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool. So, all right, let's keep going. Let's jump over to NECA. Here's the big stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. They're giving us a little Bert and Ernie figures. I don't know if you can call them action figures, but definitely some figures here. Just kind of like very, very limited articulation. Looks like Ernie's arm moves, but I think they do a really good job representation or a really good representation of these characters. And these are fun.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I don't really mind that there's no articulation on these just because for what they are. And I feel like you can start
Yeah.
to build now. I feel like this miscellaneous animated cartoon shelf. Like we've got like the Chester Cheeto. There's like the Where's Waldo figure.
Yeah.
Last week we had the Garfield
The
stuff.
Garfield, the Garfield, yeah.
And like now we have Birdie, like have all those. I feel like those all kind of would fit together, just like on a nice American animated character shelf would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. Bert comes with his rubber ducky, so that's perfect. And sorry, Ernie comes with his rubber ducky, and Bert comes with his bottle cap collection.
Okay.
That's cool. Just really cool stuff. All right, Usagi. We're getting the black and white editions here from. This is like samurai version of him, which is cool. We've gotten the color version in that multi pack, and I think they did a single release of this one as well. Comes with the flag, and yeah, this is more fun for the fans of Usagi.
They're like, yo, you see McFarlane doing that sketch edition? We gotta get a piece of that pie too. That's what this is.
It's the sketch edition. All right. Samurai adventure for Usagi Yojimbo. And there's everything you're getting with him. Getting 2 head sculpts, helmets, all those hands, little dinosaur thingy. But we're also getting the space adventure one as well, which again, we've gotten this before, just doing that black and white version.
And I feel like I don't know because of the animated nature of Usagi and like this cartoon of the turtles, you're
Mm-hmm.
not losing too much of the detail. Whereas like I feel like with the McFarlane, I feel like some of that got lost in translation when they would do their sketch editions. So these ones
Yeah.
actually don't look too bad. Like even though it's like there's non color, like I feel like everything of the figure is still there. Then I could see.
Yeah. I think with these, this is just more like a comic panel, right? This is from the actual black and white book, and that's just where they're pulling from. Whereas McFarlane is more like, let's just make it cool. Like, let's just throw in a bunch of shades here and there, make it cool.
And it is cool for what pose and for what angle it is.
That's
So
true.
it
That's
is.
true. That is true. All right, but there's Usagi Yojimbo. Next up, figures that we've gotten previously as a 4-pack. This is the Mirage Turtles. And what they're doing here is they're going to be releasing them individually. So, second chance to get at them. And they are sweetening the pot a little bit by adding some extra accessories. So, there's the individual packaging in the Mirage style, of course. But here's Leo. You get like a robot head, a bow and arrow, blades that he's throwing. That's cool. Here's Mikey, a little briefcase, a mouse droid or mouser. So, and then the Raph, Casey helmet, gun, a trench hood thing, secondary arm. That's cool. And then Donnie, little Krang thingy too. So
And how are these like gonna retail like for the normal NECA price? Probably like 35, probably, right?
yeah, I think 35 or yeah, price point.
Okay, so it's relatively the same because I think the 4-pack was like retailing for like 150.
Okay, yeah. I think it's just individual releases. Yeah, just to get them back out there because they're people did enjoy these a lot. I feel like there was a lot of them.
They're really good figures. Yeah, I like these. I just feel like the articulation was better than the actual cartoon, like the original cartoon TMNT figures,
Right,
and
right.
even the movie figures. Like I just feel like the elbows bended because maybe the strap was thinner or something. But I just feel like they
Maybe.
articulated better than the other turtles.
Okay. Yeah. You missed them out. Want to pick them up? Here you go, friends. And again, a little extra accessories on them. Next up, some Ronin figures. These are the Sinja robots here. Now we've gotten this 2-pack, or we talked about this 2-pack previously. It's just again just adding some accessories, getting reinforcements for your Ronin to fight against. That's that 2-pack we've talked about previously. Cool thing is they initially released the Sinja bot, the blue one, on a single release, and then they did this 2-pack, and now they're going to be releasing the Elite Guard Sinja robot as a single as well. And the cool thing too is that the head sculpts in the 2-pack and in the single releases are all going to be different. So you can have different variations of these patrol bots, these elite guards to get this kind of look. I mean, it looks really cool.
That is so amazing, and I just wish Hasbro would take notes with that. Like I just feel like last week we were talking about how they're doing that
yeah.
Stormtrooper and Rebel Trooper 2-pack, and it is a re-release, but like it would have been so easy to like NECA's doing here, or you do like a head swap, and even though it's essentially the same thing, and you're still going to make your money, just adding that extra thing, you're going to sell more copies. Because like for me, I'm not going to buy that Stormtrooper Rebel 2-pack because why would I?
Right.
Whereas like these Sinjas, like even if I have the original release, I'm still going to buy the double pack just for that head.
Just to get more reinforcement, to get a variety of looks.
Yeah, and then for people that don't even have one, it doesn't matter, right? So like, it's just like a no-brainer. That I'm so glad that NECA is doing that. Like Hasbro needs to take some cues here.
Yeah, but there's the packaging there, and from what I could tell, I think on the 2-pack you get a damaged head. Yeah, so like even within the same sculpt, you can just add the same look. I guess you can add a damaged version of it, and that creates a variety on these guys.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to get that single release as well. But that's not it. They are also doing a Last Ronin accessory pack. And here's everything that you're seeing here. But like I was talking about last week, where they kind of teased Professor Honeycutt in the background of one of the photos, they are going to add the Professor Honeycutt, damaged, of course, but that's fine. Yeah, this is great. Like, just again, big part and plays a big role in the story. You gotta have your Professor Honeycutt. I mean, you get a little dynamite stick. You getting his big old berserk blade. Get these little robot things. These are the bomb ones, I think. TCRI canister in the case. April's like studying the mutagen at this point in time, and she's trying to do stuff with it. And then you get Master Splinter's journal, his diary, and on the last page, Mikey wrote no peace because of all the stuff that happened. And then you're also getting, this is cool, you're getting like a bulletproof vest for the Sinja bot. See on this right on the left side here where it has the black vest, they're adding that as an accessory so you can put it on any of your Sinja bots. And you're also getting a hologram of Hiroto. The
nah, bro, that's Darth Sidious.
It's the main bad
Darth
guy.
Sidious hologram. It's a freaking Darth Sidious hologram.
It definitely does look like Darth Sidious, the hood and everything.
Well, and I also think the head is also new, right? It's alternate head with the chest plate, right?
Oh yes, correct. Yeah, there isn't a
Yeah,
thrown
so
in
it's
an
like a
extra head
complete,
there.
like honestly, that changes the Sinjabot so
Oh
much.
yeah,
It looks like a completely different figure just with that head sculpt and that new chest piece.
yeah. Here he is. Yeah, here he is, fully in the color there. You also get in the Bleecker and Sullivan Street, man. Love that. Love that.
Yeah, I love that because I love when they did the movie accessory pack with that. Like
Yeah,
honestly, that was my favorite accessory piece was that street
the
sign.
street
That
sign.
was
Yeah,
yeah, it was the best piece. And this one's cool because it has like
the walk
the
symbol.
walking. Yeah, the last one did have that. Yeah, it
Yeah,
has like a bunch of it's all stickered up like a normal
yeah,
street
it's
sign
like
would be.
graffiti because it's
Good
in the
details.
future of future New York City where things have just kind of gone to shit. So it is kind of cool. But here's everything that you're getting. Yeah, those everything that we talked about previously. You also get in some smoke effects, sewer cap, which is cool. We've gotten sewer caps in the movie line. A baton. You're also getting a camera, a CCTV camera, and apparently that camera they made it where you can plug it into one of their Dio sets, their Street City set that they've released. So again, just building up the world more for your turtles, man. I love it. I love NECA for doing this. They're doing a good job on this accessory pack. That's not it though. We're getting a injured last Ronin here. So this is after he basically almost dies, and then people find him, and then this is what he looks like when he's recovering. And this is cool. This it's a little weird. People kind of freaking out on the comments. They're just saying like it's weird to see a turtle without any like gear on.
It's weird, but it's cool, and I think that's
Yeah,
like one of the endearing aspects of this figure. Like it's just something that you don't really see, just a bare butt naked turtle. That I think it looks cool, and even though there's like not that many accessories on him, it's still loaded out with details. Like the sculpt, you can see there's veins, there's like different muscle lines going on. Like this still is highly detailed.
and the cool thing about this, and you might have noticed it. Take a look here, right? That's that turtle, but you're getting swappable arms
And head.
and head for this turtle. Because in the book, he has a bunch of bandages, right? Here's everything you're getting. You're getting the swappable heads, 4, the swappable arms, a teapot, a tea, and a little cup, and another version of Splinter's journal where he's on a different page, just reading more stuff from there. But yeah, dude, this is great. I'd love that you're getting 2 versions of this injured Ronin figure. Those head sculpts too, man. There's the packaging though. But yeah, everything you're getting here, man. This is fun. It just makes me love this Ronin line a little more. Like they're going for it. They're getting every version out there. Can't wait until they get some more of the background characters. All right, let's jump over to McFarlane Toys. This is going to be their DC Direct stuff here. This is from Batman Beyond. This is Bruce Wayne and Ace. I dig this. And the direct stuff, it's an aesthetic choice for sure, not for everybody, but I do like this figure, especially because I have the Terry, just like the normal DC Multiverse Terry Batman Beyond figure. So it'd be cool to get this Bruce Wayne because he doesn't need to move much. He's an old guy. He's fine. He can just be a little guy in the background.
Yeah, and executed very well. I think the likeness is there. The proportions are all right. Everything looks like just like the cartoon, like I remember it. So a great execution by McFarlane.
Did a good job for sure. Next up, we get an Adam West from the 1960s Batman. I love it. Get the piece, the groovy fingers there doing his dance. Anything you want to say on this one?
Okay. No, just nice cloth goods cape. Good to see that the ends are being sewed, not there's like fraying apart. Yeah, I like that he's doing that now.
And next up, we're getting a Dick Grayson as Batman from Batman Reborn. Kind of takes up the mantle for a little bit there. Soft goods as well. Just Batman.
This one looks really good though. I don't know why. Like that black and gray with that, not even like it's like a copper gold kind of thing on his belt.
It gives me a Batman Begins vibes.
This one just looks very good. I like the black and gray. This looks nice.
And then a Batman Superman fusion from World's Finest. Just those wacky stuff that that Todd loves, right?
Yeah, you got to have one of those everywhere. Just throw one in.
All right, let's jump over to a Warhammer. You're giving us some figures here. First up is the Eliminator, Space Marine, with the cloth goods cape, and it's a big boy. I do like the pattern on this as well. I really do like that. And there's like even clips at the bottom. Like I don't know, there's just a lot more detail than just the standard cape here from McFarlane at least.
Yeah, I think he really upped the game with these figures because I got like the previous Warhammer figures, and I don't know. I feel like I don't even. Maybe I never tried, but I don't know if they could even get that crouching pose. Like I don't know who did that, but a great job with that. Maybe they improved articulation or something there.
Potentially, yeah.
But yeah, these look really good.
And with the Warhammer stuff, Todd does like to do the test print or the what do they call artist proofs, where it's just the grayscale, right? Where you can paint it your way, however you want it. It is fun. I think it's fine. And I believe the difference between them is not just that it is grayscale, but the head sculpt is different. So here he has kind of more of a dome. Here has more like goggles. It's like more.
Well, it's goggles down versus goggles up. That's really it.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So just some different variation there. And then the next one here is Kaskrin. There's some
That's Astra.
militarian. And I like this guy, dude. I like the plating on him, the armor look. It's giving some like, Halo UNNC Marine vibes on him,
The gun's kind of ridiculous, but that's Warhammer ridiculous. So it makes sense. I like that. Like the muzzle's too large or something, like a rocket launcher or something.
The big boy. But yeah, no, I'm getting some Halo vibes off this one for sure. And this one will also come with the artist proof there as well. And this comes with like that little gas mask attachment, and this one does not.
And there's also a difference in the gun. It's a different gun.
Oh, it is a different gun. Yeah. This one, I like the head sculpt better on this one personally, but
and I like the gun better on that one too. The artist proof, has the better head sculpt plus the better gun. Yeah.
There's that Warhammer 40K figures. All right, let's talk about this. Last week we talked about, or McFarlane announced their 1/6 scale statues, right? Their statue figures, their posed figures that come with the backdrops. He's now going to be doing 1/10 scale. So his 7-inch, right? That's kind of what he normally does. These are 7-inch, 1/10 scale figures, posed figure statues that he's going to be doing. First up here is Deadpool. And I'm the way he phrased it makes me think that some parts of it are movable. So like maybe the arm can go up and down, the head could turn a little bit, but that's about as much articulation as you're going to get from these figures. But they are, that 1/10 scale.
Yeah, it's probably kind of like the Titanfall figures. Remember those?
Yeah. I have that. Yeah. Very limited. They in a specific pose, but you could get them in a separate pose if you needed to. Here's Iron Man, Spider-Man as well, a separate Spider-Man, not the Todd McFarlane version of him, and Wolverine. So kind of just hitting the big heavy hitters, right? Especially with Deadpool and Wolverine coming out.
Yeah, that's true. I think he's he's not taking any risks like with his 7-inch figures, and I think he just sees that maybe like statue market. I think is more for like higher end collectors, like pretty wealthy collectors, and so this is kind of like I feel like almost a different category of collectors, and I wonder who's kind of gonna fill this in, like because me and you, like we collect articulated 6-inch figures. Might not be into that, and I feel like these are of a lower quality than what even statue collectors are even interested in. So I'm wondering, like,
right. So who is the target?
Who's going to want to buy these? And I'm sure there will be, but maybe that's why he's probably also thinking to himself, like, okay, this is kind of a risk. So no Batman, Superman fusion, get Iron Man, Iron Man, and Wolverine, Spider-Man. Makes sense.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah,
heavy hitters for sure. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think it's very Todd McFarlane, right? The paint apps, the posing. I think it's very much.
There's enough Todd fanboys that they'll sell.
Yeah, they'll. But yeah, just interesting that he went from the 6-inch or the 1/6 scale to now 1/10 scale on these statues that he's doing with Marvel. So we'll see what else.
Well, I think that's like how, in general, all statues kind of hit both of those. Actually, those are kind of the statue scales. Like even Diamond Select and Iron Studios and Gentle Giant. They all kind of do the 1/10 scale plus the 1/6.
Yeah.
Like they did the X-Men 1/10 scale.
Yeah, that 1/10
all scale with that huge Sentinel.
Yeah, that thing's sick. Gem Mint, man, has all of those, man. I sometimes just watch that video just to be like, wow.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I try to recreate it with our own 6-inch figures. Yeah.
All right, let's jump over to Black Series. The Yak Face.
The heck?
I know, but 4th of July is over, so spooky season starts. That's the next holiday. We're getting an Inquisitor as Dracula and a Duran Bounty Hunter as Frankenstein's monster 2-pack for Halloween. I love that they use the Minoc as a bat. That's perfect.
They're always very creative with these, like whenever they do like the Christmas, the Halloween, like they did like the Were-Wookie last year. I love that figure.
Oh, that one was.
And so they've always done really good on these figures. And I think they knocked it out of the park. Like this Inquisitor Dracula and even the Frankenstein Cad Bane.
This one looks good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not calling him Cad Bane. It is the Cad Bane figure, but they're just calling him a Duran.
I know they call it Duran Bounty Hunter. Like what?
Yeah, it's Cad. But yeah, no, this is cool. I think I love the colors on this one. Very, Halloween-y and Frankenstein-y.
And even like the weapon, like kind of screams, that bed, that the place where they're at, where they create him, with all the light,
with the tubes. Yeah.
And so that his weapon kind of really screams that, but is also still kind of an Electro staff from the Star Wars universe.
Yep. it still works. Yeah, I did see some people being like, "How come you didn't make Count Dooku Dracula?" Right, because Christopher Lee played Dracula.
Yeah, and it's Count Dooku, so it could have been Count
Count.
Dukulara or something. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's true. No, whoever
yeah.
said that, yeah, you're right. You cooked harder than Hasbro cooked you. Hasbro cooked, but that's a better idea.
It's that 5-star Michelin star. All right,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and take it around the
And
net.
one more thing
Yeah.
with that thing, I saw that was being up for pre-order. I think it's an Amazon exclusive. Yeah, it is an Amazon exclusive, and it was up for pre-order for only $45, which is like
Oh,
I feel like
interesting.
such a good price because they're recognizing that these are repaints. And so, like, normally 2 figures would be $50, and you would even get like a Minoc, right? The Minoc is an exclusive to an SDC set with the Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back. Okay. So, like, that accessory came with an SDC exclusive that was like $50. And so, for this to be $45, that's such a good price point because you're still getting, I feel like, a lot of premium paint because there's a lot of premium paint going around on both of these figures. And so, it's less than what a normal figure costs. And 45.
Have they done a 2-pack of like the seasonal characters?
No, this is actually the first time they've even, whether it be Christmas or Halloween, they've never done a 2-pack.
I think that's also a choice on their end, right? Because they're like saying, maybe those figures aren't as popular for everybody. Because it's not for everybody, right?
Well, they just produce them in less quality in general because I feel like they've sold out relatively.
Okay.
Well, because they just know, right? Like you said, not everybody's gonna want this, so they're just gonna produce limited quantity.
And then why not put them as a 2-pack? So if you like one, then you have to get both, right? Kind of to get them into buying both, and that way they're just running through. I don't know. I think these are fun. I've always thought the seasonal figures from Star Wars have been fun.
Yeah, I love them too, just because like you could just take them out every holiday, put them out, and then put them in a bin later. Like they're not always on your shelves. They're somewhere like Halloween decorations or Christmas decorations.
Yeah. Maybe it's just more for the holiday aficionados, who like like decorating and stuff. All right, let's take it around the net here. Like I said, a very heavy McFarlane NECA week. We're coming to the last segment in our show here. Brutal Realm is starting their Kickstarter. So congratulations. It's been like 2 years in the making for this. They've done
quite well, yeah.
They've been, talking with the whole process on the back end on their Instagram. Check them out, Brutal Realm. But they officially announced that their figures will be going up, or the Kickstarter will be starting July 16th. So next Tuesday, they will be going up. Make sure you check out their Instagram page, go to their Kickstarter, get you notified if you're into these figures. And Brick is the first one who kind of showed us these figures. And one thing that I liked about them is just the diversity that we're going to be getting from this line. Remember, there's like a Apache warrior as well, but you get all sorts of different ethnicities. I love the representation. And seeing the articulation that they've been showing off on these figures, it's nuts how much articulation they're throwing into these figures, especially given how bulky they are, right? So, but yeah, like just huge butterfly joints, double elbows, knees, calf cut, thigh cut, the double dumbbells in the abdomen, and I mean, it is nuts, dude. Here's just some size comparisons that they posted. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay. And here's with Mythic. Here's with Cyclops. Here's with just the regular G.I. Joe. One thing I did see though is like with the Muto line stuff. I'm not sure what line it is, but they're not as big as those. Like those guys are just taller for whatever reason. So I do like the size.
Yeah, those Mattel Master Universe figures are big.
Yeah. So I do like the size on this, given of how much bulk there is on these guys, because these guys are bulky boys. And then they did also say that, and we'll see on Tuesday, they're going to give the full reveal of what's going to be solicited on their Kickstarter, but should have females. They've been posting some drawings of female figures. So cool that on their second line, or on their potentially their second wave or the second series or whatever, they'll have female figures. All right, let's keep going here. We have a Rebel Tech update for Deathstroke. That 1.5 figure just kind of getting an update there. Looking crazy cool, dude. I like the metallic blue one that they did here in the.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because I was actually just on eBay. Like I saw one for a good price. I was like, maybe I should get this, should I not? And then like the day later I saw this, I'd be like, oh, okay, saving my life there. With this one, I feel like they redid the head, and I think it's for the worse.
Oh.
Like they stylized it more. And I kind of feel like with the 1.5 versions that they've been doing, they've actually kind of been pulling back on the exaggerated stylization a little bit. Like that's what we saw with the Spider-Man. The Spider-Man was kind of too wacky, and they toned it down. And same thing with like, which one else did they kind of tone down? I could just remember the Spider-Man one that they toned down a lot.
Okay.
And like the Deathstroke one, like you look at the face where he's like posed, like the chin, I feel like is jutting out a little too far.
Oh, you're
Like
right. Yeah.
it's like it just looks
It's
kind of,
crimson chin out here.
yeah, it just kind of looks odd. And I feel like
Hmm.
I'll have to do a comparison, but I just feel like the first one didn't have that. But
Yeah, it is kind of sharper. It's very sharp.
yeah, it's a little too sharp, I think, for me. That's my only complaint there.
Yeah.
But everything else, I think they updated very nicely. Like I feel like they filled in a lot of the gaps because this
Mhm.
Deathstroke figure was in the early stages of when they started this amazing Yamaguchi line. So a good re-release and a
Okay.
good update to kind of fill in those gaps that these figures kind of always had.
Right, right. Here's everything getting you. I love that you're getting the unmasked Slade head as well. That's
And I feel like they're doing this with like almost every figure now because I feel like Deathstroke was one of those figures that went up in a little bit of value, but not too much. And he's kind of like
Mhm.
the side ones. So like I feel like they're going to now re-release Psylocke, Gambit,
Oh
Harley
wow.
Quinn, probably even Wonder Woman. I feel like they're going to do
Just
1.5
go back,
updates for everybody. Yeah.
just update them. I like that. That's cool. That's cool to hear. We'll see. Yeah, but there's that Rebel Tech Deathstroke looking fierce. All right, I just wanted to throw this in here.
Good.
$200 for a Garfield 1-to-1 scale from Boss Fight Studios. 20 inches of Garfield. You could have a full real life Garfield on your shelf, on your desk, in your room. I love this.
Ridiculous. $200. Okay. There's somebody that loves Garfield this much. So yeah, there is.
There is. Garfield's huge, dude.
Oh yeah, like I've seen people like there's always like that random collector that dedicates their whole collection to one character. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
saw a
yeah.
collector
Yeah, yeah.
that only collected Garfield stuff and just shelves decked out from plushies to food
Yeah,
to just
everything. Cups.
everything
Yeah.
Garfield. Like
Yeah.
I actually always admire those collectors that just dedicate their life to one character.
Some commitment for sure. Have you seen there's an episode of I Think You Should Leave where they go to the creator's house and it's like the whole house is Garfield theme. And then they realize that they're not actually at the creator's house. It's just some super fan that has all
Oh, no, I didn't
Garfield
see that.
furniture and Garfield paint. Like it's just weird.
Eats lasagna every day,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to throw this in. I think this is fun. I won't get it, but I know somebody out there is going to be looking for a 1-to-1 scale Garfield, man.
And hey, he looks like the head rotates. Head rotates, probably.
There's probably some head rotation there. Yeah. All right, friends. So that's going to go ahead and bring it to the end of our show today. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to our Action Figure podcast. Appreciate you guys all being here. Let's go ahead and talk our pick of the week. What are you thinking, Josh? I'll run
The
it back.
Garfield.
You think the 1-to-1 Garfield? Shut
kidding.
up.
Just kidding. The Garfield, the $200 Garfield, though. My pick of the week.
I'm running it.
Gonna have to be maybe that. Was it the was it the Dick Grayson Batman, the black and gray one? Is that
Oh
what
yeah,
it was?
yeah, yeah. The Dick Grayson.
Yeah,
Batman.
I don't know why. I like that Batman. I just feel like it came out really clean. And the cape, I like that there's hemming on the sides of the cape, so there's gonna be no fraying in the future. So yeah, that Dick Grayson black and gray Batman from McFarlane.
They doing good, man, on their soft goods. It's cool to see. It's cool to see. All right, for me, I'm gonna go the injured last Ronin. That thing, I don't know. It's cool to see that variety of it. It's cool that you're getting the two different looks of him as well, and all those faces, man. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Kind of a butt naked turtle, yeah. Who doesn't?
All right, friends, let us know down below your pick of the week, what it was, and thank you all for supporting our channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. We're here every Saturday morning for you, and we'll go ahead and end our show. As always, friends, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.